Hi, we are Alpha Fit, and our presentation today is centered around mindful health. We'll be focusing on fitness and food for the mind, body, and soul. My name is Marie Harla, and I'm a registered dietitian, and I will be introducing Dominic Greeks later, our founder. So to begin with, sharing food with one another is sharing the gift of life with somebody. So an undergraduate professor once told me this, and it really stuck with me. So think of it as food at its most basic level nourishes the body and gives us life, but it's so much more than that. It's what brings us together. When we eat together, we have fellowship with one another, and food is enjoyable to eat. So there's so much more to the experience of eating than to just give us energy. So keep that in mind as we go through the presentation today. And it's not a one-size-fits-all. We're going to go through the learning objectives so that we can understand the benefits of how to properly fuel the body and the mind. What does it mean to build a balanced diet or a balanced plate? And so we'll walk through that too. Next, we'll touch on mindful eating and learning to recognize some of those hunger cues that we will feel. All right, so think about it when you put gas into the car. Your car has its own unique traits. It has its own fuel tank size, just like our bodies. We're all different. So the car lets us know when it's getting empty. We go to fill it up, and it lets us know when it's full. So very similar to our bodies, but sometimes we aren't in cue with what our bodies are telling us. We've lost those innate sense of being able to tell when we're hungry, when we're full. And since each person is different, we all require different fueling needs. So let's throw out that idea of diet culture, because diet culture is very much follow this for 30 days, you'll get these results X, Y, and Z. And it's an empty promise, but it's very deceiving. It seems desirable. But studies have shown that this yo-yo dieting of going from one diet to the next or coming off a diet can be pretty detrimental to your health. You're at risk for maybe hyperlipidemia, hypertension, diabetes, or osteoarthritis. So we're going to try to build a sustainable, healthy lifestyle for you without going on a diet. So some of the benefits for your mental overall well-being and how nutrition can play its role in that. So essentially micronutrients, those are your vitamins and minerals that you hear all about. They support the normal development of the neurons, so your brain cells, and your central nervous system. So in order to have those healthy thoughts, it really does start with nutrition and your essential fatty acids and amino acids. Those are coming from your fat and your protein sources in your diet. Those also are helping to build structures within our brain and the neurotransmitters. So all these messages being relayed inside your brain and through your body, once again, it all starts with nutrition, and it is one very important key to the overall puzzle of well-being. And for your physical benefits when you're eating healthy, first off, you're going to feel a difference in your energy. Once you're fueling your body properly, you have your energy to do your tasks of daily living and your leisure activities. And most importantly, it's going to help prevent or prolong the onset of chronic disease. So you're wanting to stay in a state of well-being for as long as possible. And eating healthy is a very important part of that so that you can prolong any sort of chronic disease. What does it mean to build a balanced diet? This is a term that's thrown around a lot. And it will be pretty unique because the body is constantly maintaining where it's at, it's repairing. You have living processes and growth going on all the time and you don't even realize it. So consider your age, what stage of development you're in. And these next things are very personal. Your taste preference, food habits, cultural practice, and family traditions. That looks different from me to you and every single person listening. So take that into account when you're picking out these foods that you like to eat. Just because somebody else likes it or they say it's a healthy food doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be a part of your balanced lifestyle. And when you're building that balanced meal, consider all the food groups and choose foods from as many groups as possible. Variety is key. So I'll go ahead and show you too what a balanced plate would look like. to give you a visual for that. And this is just some basic My Plate, but I really think it helps you see what you can set your plate up to be. So about half of it is your fruits and vegetables. Once again, if you hear somebody talking about a superfood, you don't need to make that your entire meal and have it take up the entire plate. Maybe just give it a little corner and eat a little bit of that. You have your grain section. So half of your grains during the day can be whole grain, but that doesn't mean you still can't enjoy your white rice, white bread. And it's just a quarter that's protein. A lot of times people are coming and they're saying, oh, I eat so much protein throughout the day, and really it can be a little overwhelming. So just about a quarter of the plate. Vary it up between animal and protein sources. You're still going to get a lot of great benefits there. And finally, dairy. If dairy works for you, that's great to incorporate it. It is common for dairy sensitivities or intolerances, and that's all right. We can work with you to find other foods that will still give you those same nutrients. And next up, I'm going to introduce Dominique Riggs to go over our exercise recommendations, moving into that portion of the presentation.
Thank you, Marie. We all know diet and exercise go hand in hand, so let's jump into it. Did you know that for adults, it is recommended to receive 150 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic exercise? And for those who want a muscle and strength train, it is recommended to do roughly 2 days out of a week to receive additional health benefits of training. And for kids, let's not forget about our kids, 60 minutes a day of physical activity. So let them run, let them have fun. And for those who need to lower their blood pressure and LDLs, it is recommended to do 40 minutes each of moderate and vigorous aerobic exercise, between 3 to 4 times out of a week. Now, let's talk about the benefits of exercising. The benefits of exercising helps reduce, again, blood pressure, helps you quit smoking. It improves your mental state and well-being. It helps combat depression, anxiety, the feeling of overwhelmed. It gives you a sense of community. Exercise also improves cognitive learning as well. Let's talk about the benefits of exercise on the brain. The benefits of exercise on the brain, it helps decrease the chances of developing Alzheimer's and dementia, cancers. It gives the brain, produce cells productivity of the brain, increase blood flow. Now, let's talk about Alzheimer's. My grandmother has Alzheimer's, and her doctor recommends that she get up and dance. She has the beginner stage of Alzheimer's, so she's supposed to dance. She's supposed to be active because, like they all say, exercises keep us young at heart. My grandma is forever 16. That's what she tells me since the day I was born. I'm 16, and I would dare not ask her age, but even in the state of having beginner stages of Alzheimer's, she is forever young. Now let's talk about the transition of us getting from wanting to exercise to actually exercising, and how can we start about making goals. And let's talk about celebrating the small victories. So exactly, how can we do that? I would like to tell you, shape. Yes, shaping is nothing more than us using our SMART goal method to set goals that can be achieved in 1 week, 2 weeks, and 3 weeks in time frame. Reason why you want to do those goal setting in a 1, 2, and 3 week time frame, because it gives you a sense of accomplishments. It gives you a sense of, okay, this is going to be my driving factor, because everybody know in exercise you may hit a plateau. So what do you do and what do you have to fall back on? When you hit that plateau, you have your shaping goals. And these goals does not have to be fitness related, does not have to be nutrition related. It could be a goal that you want to achieve, like cleaning out of a junk drawer, starting a to-do list. How about starting your dream job or working towards your career? How about that? For me, shaping came when I was taking a community college course and I was in a depressive state. Yeah, I thought had a bad breakup. Also, I thought, and I was very depressed. And what the instructor told me to do is set goals that I could achieve in 1, 2, and 3 weeks time frame. So my first goal was I booked a photo shoot. The second goal, I booked 2 or 3 more photo shoots, and I'm going to a modeling school, and I'm going to an audition, being told Charleston, South Carolina is not the place for fitness modeling at all, being told the scout didn't see anything in me. So what did I do? Well, I started my own company called Alpha Fit. Alpha Fit is also a clothing line of athletic apparel. So you see how starting one goal, shaping goal, transpired and trickled down to me actually having a company. So now that we have transitioned from wanting to exercise to goal setting, and we've touched the tad bit on smart goal settings, then let's talk about what can we do to actually combat the depressive state of COVID. What can we do that we cannot go to the gyms, and if we can go to the gyms, it's not functioning at its full capacity. What can we do, and where can we exercise? Like for me, I have kids. I don't really want to take my kids to the gym because, COVID. So what can I do at home? Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, let's talk about the chair. We have chairs at the house. Let's talk about the everyday items we have. I mean, we could talk about our bands, or we could do a TRX, or we could do a slam ball, agility ladder, or what we can do, as I stated, a chair, a body weight, rice. Yes, I said rice. And tape. Yes, I did say tape. So let's start with the chair. I like to do this, it's called a sit to stand. And basically what we're doing is we're going to do a full body exercise. A full body exercise. So the only thing we're going to be doing is just literally practicing. We're sitting. Now we're standing. We're sitting. Now we're standing. This is nothing more than a squat. A squat is a full body exercise. So what else can we do with the chair? I mean, after all, it's more than just having one purpose. It has duality. So let's do some tricep tips. Tricep dips. So can you tell me what's on your TV right now? Are you cooking? Are you cooking? What's going on in the scenery? I don't know how much I just did. Maybe this is 5 or 6. I wasn't really counting, but you get the picture. You could do this and you could watch TV. Well, let's go ahead and show it from a different angle. Again, this is a chair. It's more than for just sitting. So let's do it again. Tricep dips. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. We did 5. Okay. So we did a full body routine. We worked our triceps. And now, how about let's do a stretch. So, a stretch. Stretching our triceps. Stretch. How about let's stretch our legs? Stretch our legs. Stretch our legs. Now, I did say rice. And rice, so let me go ahead and just get the rice. And it could be very heavy. This is 5 pounds. It could be ranged from 5, 10, 1 pound. Rice is a great resistance training. So what you can do, bicep curls, right? You could also arm raises, right? It's just a bag of rice. But I see more than just a bag of rice. Do overhead press. Overhead press. See, rice is to be eating, but rice is also for exercising. And then let's put this down. A golf ball. What can you do with a golf ball? Or a lacrosse ball? What can you do? Even a frozen water bottle. What can you do? Well, let's do some myofascial release. What is that? I'm just going to be honest. It's nothing but a fancy way of saying massage therapy. If you suffer from carpal tunnel, if you suffer from plantar fasciitis, you can use a golf ball. So you could just, I'm be focusing on this L part right here, and I'm just going to be rolling the ball. It feels good, but you also got to be careful though, because it really gets those knots. It really get into the pressure points. It really feels good. So these are just some of the everyday items that you can do. But what I really want to focus on right now is to help you understand that you can also be in this world of COVID, but also have the ability to be in the present moment of what you're doing and not let the cares of life stress you. So with that being said, how about let's do some mindful exercise practicing routines? And that's nothing more of taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out, taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out. And so what that does, that just brings more oxygen to your body. What also that helps you with focusing. Also, I like to also do a simple thing called meditation. Yeah, I know everybody says meditation, but let's talk about something different. Have you ever tried just brushing your teeth with the opposite hand? Yeah, the opposite hand. What that will help you do, it will help you become, it'll help you become more aware of your surroundings. It'll help you become more aware of your senses. So when we do our everyday routine, we kind of brush our teeth fast, go to our standard destination, eat breakfast fast, without even really taking time into really focus on everything. So when you brush your teeth with the opposite hand, you can feel every tooth being brushed. You could sense, oh, maybe I do need that new toothbrush. You could be more alert of what's going on. So with that being said, just taking consideration of trying to just practice these little tips and advice that we said from our nutrition point of view, from not every plate is meant for you, not every diet is meant for you, from our advice in using your everyday items as a exercise tool, from just mindful exercising. If you want to find more about what Alpha Fit and what all our nutritional advice and exercise advice, come join us in our webinar. We would like to thank Dr. Shannon for having us to speak at this presentation. And thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.